Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing News.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Manny Pacquiao wants all the smoke with Mikey Garcia. And let's just break it down. According to Lance Pugmire of the LA Times, he came out and stated that he was told by Manny Pacquiao that he's willing to fight Mikey Garcia next. Yes, if he wants to fight me, no problem. And that's an exact quote from Manny Pacquiao. If he wants to fight me, no problem. He's willing to fight Mikey Garcia next. And you know what? That's a very interesting fight. It's a fight that's been talked about for years, actually. These guys have similar height and reach, and a lot of people say, well, stylistically, because of the height, because of the reach, and because both guys like to get in the inside on each other, both guys like to, land big power shots, crushing blows. A lot of people look at this as a very close, competitive fight. But, I see it as slightly different. And we start with, Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is coming off of quality victory over Jesse Vargas. He beat Jesse Vargas in a very tough fight. Mikey Garcia arguably lost about the first 4 rounds. He won the middle rounds, viciously dropped Jesse Vargas. Mikey Garcia has very good and lethal power. His power was so much that he had, Jesse Vargas on wobbly legs. He really could have finished him, but it looks like Jesse Vargas was hanging in tough, would refuse to go away. So it was a very good fight. Vargas came back towards the end and started winning rounds, but Mikey Garcia pulled out the victory. And I think the knockdown in that fight truly did make the difference. It was that close of a fight. Mikey Garcia was winning the middle rounds, got the knockdown, hurt Vargas, landed some very big, hard, thudding shots. So I really do think the knockdown made the difference. This is a solid 147-pound fighter, a guy, that's already competed at higher at 150-pound catchweight. So you see that Mikey Garcia was facing a bigger man, a guy with the, reach, height, a guy that was using his jab early in the fight, and Mikey Garcia overcame the adversity and got the victory. So he proved that he could compete at 147, at least against, decent to good competition. Mikey Garcia proved that he could compete, but it was a very difficult fight for Mikey Garcia. And then on the other hand, you see Manny Pacquiao in his last fight. He took on Keith Thurman, an undefeated welterweight champion in his prime. And a lot of people say, well, Keith was coming off injury. Keith Thurman looked terrible in this fight against Josecito Lopez. He almost got stopped, but he came back and got the victory over Josecito. And by the time he fought Manny Pacquiao, that was a very good, close fight as well. But Manny Pacquiao kept hurting Keith Thurman throughout the fight, dropped him, hurt him with the body shot. His work rate was just too much for Keith Thurman. So Manny Pacquiao is not the Manny Pacquiao of old. He is 40-plus years old. He is well past his prime. So you're not expecting the best version of Manny Pacquiao. But we saw glimpses of how great Manny Pacquiao still is, even at this stage in his career. And he's very competitive. So he did beat a very good and game Keith Thurman. He didn't beat the very best Keith Thurman, but he beat a very good version of Keith Thurman. And so, when you analyze the Mikey Garcia fight with Manny Pacquiao, you kind of analyze their performances, their strengths, their weaknesses. And when you look at Manny Pacquiao, you see that Manny Pacquiao attributes are just a nightmare for Mikey Garcia. See, one of the things that you look at in the Mikey Garcia versus Errol Spence fight in the welterweight division was speed and power. And you see that Mikey Garcia respected Errol Spence's power, so he refused to just run inside and try to close the distance with Errol Spence. So he did respect it to some degree, but at the same time, Errol Spence Jr.'s speed when using lateral movement was just too much for Mikey Garcia. His speed was just overwhelming for Mikey. Mikey was not able to keep up and contain with that speed. And Errol Spence Jr. is not one of the faster fighters in the welterweight division. You look at guys like Bud Crawford, Sean Porter, and even Manny Pacquiao as the faster fighters in the welterweight division. You don't think of Errol Spence, who at times is very flat-footed, at times is, very big for the weight. So you see that he's not going to be one of the faster guys in the weight. But against Mikey Garcia, a guy who's naturally flat-footed, against, that type of fighter, he displayed a lot of speed, and it looked like an overwhelming advantage. And I think when you look at Manny Pacquiao, he's going to have a tremendous speed advantage over Mikey Garcia. Even at this stage in his career, Manny Pacquiao is going to be equal in power, if not more, because Manny Pacquiao always displays he has top-tier power. Mikey has power. And then, you also see that Manny Pacquiao has another advantage. The fact that Manny Pacquiao throws a lot of shots. He's going to overwhelm Mikey Garcia with the overwhelming work rate. So I think that's a very difficult fight for Mikey Garcia, simply because stylistically it's a tough fight. A lot of people are banking on Mikey Garcia being able to land some hard counter, like Marquez, probably even drop, hurt, or knock out Manny Pacquiao. And that's always possible because Mikey Garcia is a very hard puncher. He's a very good puncher. And at 147, he showed that he could hurt a full-fledged, bigger fighter in Jesse Vargas. So I give him credit for that. But at the end of the day, I think Mikey Garcia, against Manny Pacquiao, is stylistically a nightmare for Mikey. Manny Pacquiao is simply all wrong for his style. Manny Pacquiao work rate is too high. His speed is too much. So, I'll give Mikey Garcia an outside chance of being able to catch, Manny Pacquiao with a big shot at some point. But ultimately, I believe Manny Pacquiao should and will be a heavy favorite to beat Mikey Garcia. But once again, Unbiased as always, it's the IBFP.